Hey guys, welcome to my Venus through Sign series. This is for those of you that are born with Venus in Aries. So as you know, those of you that are new to my channel, if your Venus is in Aries, to check that you can go to any free astrology website such as astro.com. You're going to enter your birth information and create a chart. You're going to have to know your birthday, time, and location. If you don't know your exact birth time, that's fine. You could put 12 p.m. And it still should show an accurate birth chart for you for where your Venus is. So if it's in Aries, this is for you. Sometimes both your sun and Venus can be in the same sign. Yes, the message still applies. And also, if you do happen to know your exact birth time and you have Aries as your 7th house, this will also apply to you as well. That's why I like to stress to you guys to please learn about your birth chart, because you can have more information about, have more readings to look at and get a different perspective, from different angles in regards to your situation. Okay, so I'm just going to name off the first few that I pull. So that is the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune here as the central issue, I am feeling that there is a major shift or change that is happening sometimes today, or maybe this has already happened, or the earlier part of this week. There's something shifting in your life. I'm feeling like someone may have been trying to overcome something. They're trying to move forward. Someone is afraid to move forward with something, but that's all going to change. Someone may have been creeping around trying to avoid a situation, or maybe you were creeping around trying to avoid a situation. I'm also feeling like someone is sneaking out the house and making some sort of trip. Or someone is sneaking. It's like instead of a proper breakup, it's like when they get back home, all my shit's going to be gone, and it's just going to be over, and I'll let them figure out what just happened, instead of just verbally having a breakup or saying, hey, it's not working. Someone is just like walking out because they're too afraid to deal with an argument or the confrontation of it. And I hate to say it, but it is like a coward way out. But this person is like, I couldn't do it. I gotta sneak and do it because I'm too afraid to deal with whatever the case. The last time I tried to break up, they knocked me upside my head, or they said that they were gonna kill themselves. I don't know. And I hate to say something that dramatic, but maybe they did. Maybe they were like, if you leave me, I'm killing myself. So I don't know. It's just like someone had to kind of creep out. And I feel like the opportunity came along, and you're like, this is perfect timing. I'm leaving. And so something comes to an end. The wheel is about the end of a phase or a cycle. It's the end. There's a new beginning. I'm also feeling like this is an ending to your identity, some type of way. Whatever you have always associated yourself with, however you identify you as you, like everyone knows you for this type of car that you have. Well, now you no longer have that car. You have a new identity. Everyone knows you because you always wear your hair this type of way. Now you cut it all off. Your hair is short, it's gone. Nobody knows who you are. You cut off your locks, you cut off your whatever. You dyed your hair, you changed your last name. I just kind of feel like this is the end of who you were. Now, those of you, Venus in, let's see here. So Venus in Aries, if your Venus is in Aries, you could be a Taurus, an Aries, a Gemini. This also corresponds to Gemini too. You could also be a Pisces and maybe an Aquarius. Yeah. So these messages could also apply to those sun signs that I just named off. Maybe you were dealing with one of those sun signs that I named. I'm overall just feeling like someone crap out while you weren't paying attention, while you were gone, and when you got back, they had left. And someone is following their passion or their goal or their dreams. For some of you, you could be getting involved with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, could be air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, could be earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And whatever the case, I'm seeing like this offering here, you got the Ace of Cups, so there is someone that is really opening up. A lot of times this is somebody who is putting themselves out there. They're like, okay, this is a new me. I feel like I can move forward and say what I have to say. So this is how I feel. So there is someone that is opening up and expressing how they feel. Creatively, I'm seeing like a love song or someone writing lyrics, because of something that ended, and this is the way that they are able to release that pain is by putting it in song, making something beautiful out of this situation here. And then here I'm looking at someone is holding this as a pen and just kind of writing things down or saying things, maybe it's poetry, but I'm feeling like love is being expressed verbally or through writing. It could even be like, sending a message or text message or something like that. But I feel like it's more so someone is being vocal. They're just kind of saying what they were afraid to say. Like they didn't know how you would feel or how you would react. Maybe you didn't know how they would feel or how they would react, but I'm feeling like someone has overcome this stage here. They got over their fears, their insecurities, their doubts. There could have been someone that that could have been having some sort of trust issues. Maybe that's why they were afraid to pursue you, or you were afraid to pursue them because of some sort of trust issues, but now someone is ready to take a chance. Whether this offer of love will be received, we don't know yet, but the opportunity is there. Also for you guys, I know Venus is getting ready to go retrograde. So just as a heads up, usually Venus in retrograde represents old relationships coming back around. So someone who, like an ex-girl, usually it's a woman that comes back around. So for you ladies that are watching, usually Venus retrograde, your ex-girlfriend could come back around. If you're gay or lesbian. If you're in a relationship, your boyfriend's ex-girlfriend could come back around, or your husband's ex, whoever. But when Venus goes retrograde, sometimes that old energy resurfaces. It doesn't necessarily mean that, there's going to be a relationship, but, the opportunity is there. Now, I'm also seeing an age difference for some of you. There's someone that maybe a little immature, maybe you're calling them out, maybe you had to set some sort of boundaries and let them know, hey, I'm ready to get serious, or this is what I want. And they're like, okay, well, this is my first time entering a serious relationship, so there's a lot of things I had to learn. So you're gonna have a lot of patience with this person if you're entering a relationship, because this person has new energy. So if they're not younger than you, then the energy is young. There's a need to develop something within here. Okay, so we have here the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is trying to gain clarity about something or needs to see something in perspective. So you might take a time out to isolate yourself, to think about things. Or if you were moving forward with something, or someone was moving forward with you and then they stopped, it's like something has been placed on hold. Those of you that went through some sort of spiritual awakening, you know, this part of you had to die. So there's a piece of you that had to die that is no longer. And, you know, because of that, now you have awareness, or you've reached some sort of enlightenment or Christ consciousness. That is speaking on a spiritual level. On a mundane level, this is, like I said, just about isolation, staying in, even like smoking and getting high, or something of that sort. I'm also seeing someone daydreaming, or like praying for something, daydreaming, like they lay down and they think about this person. And this is like some sort of wish coming true here. Something is happening where you're feeling good about, you're optimistic, or you're feeling good about the way a situation came to be. But for the most part, I'm feeling like this is like in a literal sense of just kind of sitting back and relaxing, spending time alone. For those of you that are not going to end up in a relationship, you're not sad about it. You know, you're just relaxed and enjoying your own company. She's also enjoying her own company. You can also be available, or this is someone who's happy and single. This isn't someone who is like all frantic for love. Like, now sometimes it is overwhelming. You might have a moment where you are kind of stressed about when is something going to happen, or there's something plaguing your thoughts. You might get emotionally overwhelmed about a situation and feeling like you're stuck in your situation. But that is just an illusion. That's something that's not real. Those are just your anxieties kind of haunting you. Something triggers your anxiety. Maybe it's something someone said. Maybe it's a movie you watched and you were like, I don't want to end up like that. And I'm feeling like your imagination got carried away with you some type of way. Something triggered like your anxieties or something. And for a minute, I feel like it's only brief. Like for a minute you got scared or of being alone, or felt like your situation was never going to change. I mean, you can apply that to any type of situation. I am picking up on those of you that are more so interested about your love lives. I mean, but feeling stuck like at a job, I just feel like you overcome that. Like it was just a phase. You just went through something briefly. If you're in a happy relationship, there may be times where, I don't know, it might be a relationship where you just feel more at peace when you're by yourself as opposed to being with your partner. I don't know why that would be. Maybe you've been spending too much time with your partner. And you just want some time to yourself, but I don't know, you're just really relaxing. Now, I do also see two single people afraid to approach one another. There's something that is blocking them, but they're both kind of single and available. This is the guy and this is the girl. And they're both very confident, but there's something between them that is blocking them. They're thinking something, they have the wrong idea about something, or they're suffering from their own insecurities about something, and it's causing delays in connecting with each other. Like there's a need for, I feel like both of you, like whether you know it or not, have the same insecurity, fears, or doubts here. Maybe something happened in your past. You know, you're afraid that, is it going to repeat itself with this person? Now, I'm also seeing this as the both of you unable to keep your thoughts off of one another. And you're just like, why can't I stop thinking about them? This is paralyzing me. Like, I feel like I can't operate properly. I'm trying to do my work. And this person is just like consistently on my mind. It's preventing me from working. This is preventing me from socializing with my friends because I can't stop thinking about this person. So I'm also seeing it like that for some of you being handicapped or bound by the thoughts of another person, someone that you may very much be in love with here. Now, with the Fool, I feel like the Fool is starting a new journey. So for many of you, you're getting ready to start a new life. You're finally moving on or letting go from whatever you lost here. And you're confident and you're just like saying, hey, you know, you only live once, so let's do something. So you might be doing something risky as well. I just almost saw this as doing something risky, like zip lining, because I'm looking at this person. It looks like they're on a zip line here. And it could be something dealing with air where you have to do something out of the air. So like bungee jumping, skydiving, and you're taking some sort of risk. And you feel confident, you trust that, you know, everything will be okay. For some of you, I'm seeing this as connecting with maybe an Aquarius or someone who is free-spirited, someone who doesn't really like any strings attached. It's like, this is how I am. But I'm also seeing someone just kind of like wandering into your life. Like they just, they're like, hi, how you doing? It's just like, who are you? Like someone just falls in, like love falls into your lap. Or for some of you, this is about like falling in love. For some of you, you might be walking away from a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You yourself could be Aries, like I said. And there's something that it's like giving up, walking away from something, even though you felt like it was a valuable part of you. So for some of you, this is about detachment, like you gave up. Like, remember what I said? Like, it looks like some of you like packed up and just left everything behind. You left all your valuables, but you rather have done that than to face them and say, hey, I'm breaking up with you or I'm leaving you. So you had no choice but to just, you rather had left behind your material things in search of something more spiritual or to find yourself. So I'm feeling like for some of you, you're going off to find yourself. You don't know who you are. Sometimes you feel lost and or hopeless. It gets lonely at the top, or it gets lonely because of the way that you think. Like nobody thinks like you, nobody understands or gets you. And sometimes you feel like the world has rejected you, or your peers have rejected you, your church or society has rejected you, or you feel like you've abandoned like some structure of tradition, like you're abandoning it, you're walking away from it, but it's also that you can live in your passion. You want to do what you're passionate about, you're inspired, you're motivated. If you're a guy, this is definitely pursuing someone that you're interested in. But this can go for a man or a woman. This is about having passion, being inspired, and going off to find what you want, or, you know, doing what you want to do. Being your own boss here. Now, for some of you, I'm seeing there's someone that's very mysterious in your life, and maybe it's a turn on, I don't know. You might be interested in a woman who is like a witch or very mysterious. You find that attractive. This person's confidence is attractive to you. For some of you, you might think that this person is going to reject you, because they're so confident, there's a need for you to, like, I don't know, have some pride, you know. There's something that you need to deal with your ego. Like maybe at one point someone shot you down, but there's a need for you to pick yourself back up. Now, and maybe you were turned down. Maybe you were turned down for a job. Maybe one time you went into business for yourself and it didn't work out. But I'm feeling like, you know, you need to let go of that and do it again. So whatever the case, there, you might take some sort of financial blow, especially if you are thinking about walking out and being an entrepreneur. Yes, be prepared to have some sort of financial loss and take time to build back up, you know, some income, or to find that other job. But I feel like it's like you're saying, I want to do what I want to do. This was making me unhappy. This wasn't me. I don't know who that person was. The person inside of me wouldn't have been at this type of job, or wouldn't have been doing this type of thing, or wouldn't let this person tell me what to do. So you might be standing up for yourself and walking out from a situation. Here with the Judgment card is talking about something resurfacing. There's a renewal. So there's something that is being reawakened within you. And because if you study the planets, you might want to check your birth chart and see what transits are going on, because something is triggering the past, or an opportunity to be revisited, something that maybe you had put on a back burner or you had set aside, and now this opportunity is coming back around for you, and you're kind of rejoicing and you're excited to have this opportunity again. So for some of you, it's getting called back for a job. For some of you, it is getting a call from someone that you are into or attracted to. They're calling you up. For some of you, this is about having an ex return, or hearing from an ex, or, you know, receiving that apology or explanation. For some of you, this is a spiritual awakening. You're saying, I feel alive again. I feel renewed. Whatever you kept putting aside or kept putting behind you keeps coming back here, because you need to deal with it. You need to face it. Every time you try to bury it, it resurfaces here. And I am seeing something like finding a buried treasure here. Now, if you also lost something of value to you, you're going to find it. I don't care if it was money, if it was jewelry. If you lost your child, this is a very good sign that they will be found. I am seeing something a little negative in there as far as missing person situation. I'm seeing like mixed message, like there's relief in finding them, but unfortunately it looks like it's bad news. Not for everybody. But unfortunately, I do hear that. But the only comfort in it is that at least you know where they are now. This can even be something like in regards to a grave, like someone didn't have a headstone. And now you're able to give them a headstone, because before they had a headstone, people were just walking over their grave. No one knew anybody was there. And now you have given them a headstone or a place or something, put a cross or something there. And so that people can recognize who this person was. So I'm seeing something being added to establish recognition for something or someone who has already transitioned or crossed over. I'm seeing like that area being marked. And you guys who watch me, who are new to my channel, when I see the death card, I do not predict future deaths. If I see the death card, this is something that's been long and gone. Like, you're not gonna surprisingly find out that, you know, someone that you cared about is dead, or they die, you know, after watching this video. This is something like somebody already crossed over. So this is something that has already happened in the past. I'm not going to predict and tell you, oh, somebody's about to die. Now, if you already know, like, somebody's terminally ill, they've been given X amount of time, okay, then yes, sometimes that will represent death. But for me, death card is never predicting someone's death. Now, if you know you have to put your pet to sleep, sometimes that is death too. For me. Now, I'm going to clarify the death card since it is the final card here. This is telling me, for one, also something is coming to an end by the end of the month. So by the end, either by the end of September, or by the end of summer going into fall, or the end of October. End of the month, major ending, having to give up something. And it might be giving up your life, your home. It doesn't have to be a personal relationship, but maybe, you know, you left a job, decided to leave a job, or because here's an offering being made and it looks like saying no thank you. Or is being able to leave something because of this new opportunity. And it's like, okay, well, now I can let the old go because something new has come into my life that is real, something manifested here. So now I have something that I can move forward towards. So let me see if I can find out some more information about the death card. For some of you, this death card is about some relationship that has been going on and on, or on and off, and now someone is putting the nail in the coffin. They're like, that's it, we're done for good. I've let go, I've moved on, even though I had to run away to do it. So there's definitely something that is coming to an end for good. Or being like forever changed because of something here. I normally don't say, oh yeah, my readings are etched in stone, but I feel like there is something happening that does put the nail in a coffin, that is etched in stone. I have the death card clarified by the Six of Wands. So for me, this is something in regards to, like, if you were following somebody, R.I.P. Mac Miller too. Like, man, I feel bad about that. My son really liked him. But yeah, this is something about maybe, so it could be a public figure that has crossed over, and because I'm feeling like this might have like some social media energy to it. So it could be a public figure that is no longer there, and you know, they're no longer able to post. So maybe you unfollow them. It doesn't have to be that someone has crossed over, but social media wise, it could be that you just stop following somebody, or you block someone, or someone stopped following you for good. So losing a follower, you might lose followers too. Like if you do have some sort of social media, you might lose some followers for good, but who cares? Because you didn't need them anyway. They're not a part of your journey. So that's okay. That means you're going to gain new followers. I'm also seeing the death card though as a renewal. Someone is being reborn and coming out more confident, moving on to something more positive here. And then here at the bottom, I have the Empress. So with that, it is almost like saying someone that you were attracted to. I'm seeing two things. like, remember I was saying someone you maybe had been afraid to approach, and you were resistant towards that. Now you're over that fear. You're a confident person now. You're like, I'm not a coward anymore. And this is the new you. This is the new confident you, coming to approach what it is that you want, or going after what you want, whether it be a person, a job, an opportunity. You're saying that's the old me. I'm seeing something that if this is your situation, like you're moving forward, you're going to, this person feels the same way. So you guys are going to be on the same page. This direction that you're going in is good for you. It's something that you need. This is going to bring you emotional peace, emotional balance. And you're going to want to hold on to whatever this person is, whoever this person is, or whatever this opportunity is. You see that it is something very valuable. So you're receiving something here. You're going to be happy about it. You're going to hold on to it, and you're going to feel like it's worth holding on to. I'm going to fight for this, or I'm willing to put in a lot of effort, or I feel like this is my calling, so I'm willing to take on the heavy responsibility of this. And it could be something in regards to spirituality as well. All right, so those of you that have Venus in Aries, this has been your reading for the month of September. Hope you enjoyed it. If you would like a private reading, email TemajTarot@gmail.com. That information's in the description box below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and many blessings to you.